Hello children, this is the case study of polynomial. In the previous video I have explained about the complete chapter of polynomial, and based on the chapter here is few case studies, and this case study was given by the boards 2021. So the first case study, the below picture are the few natural shades of the parabolic. So here if you see, there are the two shapes they have given, which is in the parabola shape, which is represented by the quadratic polynomial. So what is quadratic polynomial? The degree with 2 is called as quadratic polynomial, and the parabolic arc is an arch is in a shape of the parabola. So in the both the pictures it is the parabola shape. In this structure their curve represent a efficient method of load, and so can be found in bridges and in architect in the variety of forms. So now we'll read out the questions. Based on this picture we're going to answer it. In a standard form of quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c, a, b, c are. So they have given one quadratic equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c. And the ABC, the coefficient of x square and coefficient of x and the constant term, either it will be the real number or rational number, or A is a non-zero real number and B and C are any real number, or all the integers. So we're going to select the option from this. So here all are real numbers. So if everything are real numbers, then it should be either the real numbers, which is the rational as well as the irrational form, everything. And if all are rational numbers, then the rational numbers which have the negative sign also, but here the coefficients are positive. So and A is a non-zero real number. So A is a non-zero real number. So it is not the zero, but either it can be root or without the root, and B and C are any real numbers. And all the integers means which will have the negative as well as the positive. In the all the three, like a, b, c, everything are positive, so it is not the integers. So the answer is a is a non-zero real number and b and c are any real numbers. The second question, if the roots of the quadratic polynomial are equal, where the discriminant d equal to b square minus 4ac, then, so what is basically discriminant? So in the any equation, for example, like we are taking one example, x square minus 4x plus c. So discriminant what they have given now, b square minus 4ac. B is nothing but coefficient of x, so that is minus 4 the whole square minus 4. A is coefficient of x square is 1 and the constant term is 4. So this minus 4 the whole square is nothing but 16, minus 4 fours are 16, so that equal to 0. So when the roots are equal, when the roots are equal is when the discriminant d is equal to 0. When the discriminant d is equal to 0, then the roots are equal. Next, if alpha and 1 by alpha are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial 2x square minus x plus 8k, then we're going to find the value of k. So here alpha and 1 by alpha they have given as the zeros of polynomial. So first, sum of zeros, that is 1 plus alpha plus 1 by alpha. So which we know that sum of the zeros is minus b by a. So minus b by a is nothing but minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, so that is half. Then the product of zeros alpha into 1 by alpha, that equal to c by a. C is nothing but 8k divided by a is 2. So that is 4k. So we have to find the value of k. So we're going to take the product of zeros. We are not the sum of zeros. Why are not taking is here already it is a constant term. Here there is no k. So we're going to take this product of 0. If you're going to cancel x and x, it is 1. So 1 equal to 4k. So this implies k equal to 1 by 4. So your answer is B. K equal to 1 by 4. Now the fourth question, the graph of x square plus 1 equal to 0. So which intersects x-axis at two distant points and touches x point at a point, neither touches nor intersect at x-axis, either touches or intersect at x-axis. So now if x square plus 1 equal to 0, x square equal to minus 1, so x would be plus or minus root minus 1. So here you have minus 1, which is the complex form, so it will either touch nor intersect at x-axis. Next, if the sum of the root is minus p and the product of the root is minus 1 by p, then you're going to write the quadratic equation. Now what are the sum of the roots? Alpha plus beta, they have given us minus p, and alpha beta they have given us minus 1 by p. So general equation is x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. So x square minus px minus 1 by p. So that implies x square plus px minus 1 by p. So now we're going to check with the options. K of minus 6 is there. K of minus p x square plus x by p plus 1. But here we got 1 by p. And the next option, minus px square minus x by p, no. And the next option, x square plus px minus 1 by p. So our answer is k bracket x square plus px minus 1 by p. Next, second case study. An asana is a body posture, or originally and still in a general term of the sitting meditation pose, and later extended in Hatha yoga and modern yoga as exercise. So here they have given few shapes to any type of pose or position, adding wrestling, standing, inverted, twisting and balancing poses. In a figure, one can observe that pose can be related to representing of the quadratic polynomial. Again, this shapes also is related to the quadratic polynomial. So here the shape of the pose which is shown in the figure is spiral, ellipse, linear, parabola. It's given that we know that the shape of the parabola, which looks like this or this or this or this. These are the shapes of parabola. So the given figure is parabola. The graph of the parabola opens downwards. So when it is open downwards is when a is greater than 0, it opens upwards. When a is less than 0, it opens downwards. So here the answer is a greater than 0. And the third question, in the graph, how many zeros are there in the polynomial? If you see, the graph is intersected at -2 and 4. So the number of zeros are 2. The two zeros in the above graph are, if you see the graph, one zeros is -2 and other 0 is 4. So the answer is -2, 4. Next, the 0 of the quadratic polynomial 4 root 3x square plus 5x minus 2 root 3r. So now to find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, we're going to split the middle term. So 4 root 3x square plus 5x minus 2 root 3. We're going to multiply this. So 4 2s are 8. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 8 3s are 24. So minus 24x square means, which means we're going to multiply this too. So when you're going to add or subtract, you should get plus 5x. So we're going to take the factors of 24, which is 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 into 8, or 4 into 6. If you look into this 4 relationship, 3 and 4 will give 5. So I am taking 3x and 8x. Since the sign for 5 is plus, I am taking the greater number as plus and smaller number as minus. Now I am going to substitute here 4 root 3 x square. Instead of this 5x, I am writing as plus 8x minus 3x minus 2 root 3. Now in this 4x I am taking out common. So what is left out is root 3x plus, if I took out 4, 2 is left out. So always you have to write the same thing here. Accordingly, you have to write the common term. So here you have minus, so you are writing minus, and this is 3, here root 3. So if you write root 3 into root 3 is 3, minus into plus is minus, 2 into root 3 is 2 root 3. Now if you take a common term outside, 4x minus root 3x plus 2. So x equal to root 3 by 4 and minus 2 by root 3. So your answer is, look at the 4 options. It is 2 by root 3. No, we got minus 2 by root 3. So if it is minus 2 by root 3 and root 3 by 4. So your option is B. Next. Third case study. Basketball and snooker are played with the spherical shape. Even though an athlete distributes the ball in the both sports, a basketball player uses his hands and snooker ball uses his feet. Usually, snooker is played outdoor on the large field and basketball is played on the indoor on the court made out of wood. This projectile, that is a path, so projectile is nothing but this shape, we call it as projectile. This is the projectile, the path traced of the snooker ball and the basketball in the form of the parabola. So this also the shape of the parabola and this also shape of the parabola, which represent the quadratic polynomial. Again, if it is a quadratic polynomial, we have only two zeros of polynomial. Once again here, the shape of the path traced are shown. Here only in the paragraph only they have told it's a parabolic shape. So this is parabola. The graph of the parabola open upwards. If the parabola open upwards, then A is greater than 0. If A is greater than 0, parabola open upwards. If A less than 0, parabola open downwards. Next question. Observe the following graph and answer. So here where we have the coordinates -3 we have, and the other coordinate at -1, and again it's 2. Now coming for the question, in the above graph how many zeros of polynomial are there? So here it is touched for 3 points at the x-axis, so the zeros of polynomial are 3. What are the 3 zeros of polynomial? So if you look at the graph, already we have written -3, -1 and 2. So -3, -1 and 2. Now what will be the expression of the polynomial? So here we have got 3 zeros of polynomial. Alpha is -3, beta is -1 and gamma is 2. So we're going to write the expression for the polynomial. For that, alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to -3 -1 plus 2. It is -4 plus 2. So that is equal to -2. Next, alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha. So -3 into -1 plus -1 into 2 plus 2 into -3. So 3 minus 2 minus 6. So it is 3 minus 2, 1, 1 minus 6, so -5. Next, alpha, beta, gamma, -3 into -1 plus into 2. So -3 into -1 is +3. 3 2s are 6. Now we're going to write it in the equation. So the general form of equation is x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x minus alpha beta gamma equal to 0. So x cube minus 2x square minus 5x plus 6. Here you have plus and this is minus. So minus of plus 6 equal to 0. So your equation is x cube minus into minus plus 2x square minus 5x minus into plus minus 6. So in all the 4 options, check out where you got x cube plus 2x square minus 5x minus 6. So your answer is x cube plus 2x square minus 5x minus 6. So this is the answer. So if you learn this format, you can very easily frame the equation. So basically, if you want to do the case study, first you have to thorough with your chapter polynomial. Until and unless you know the concept of polynomial, you can't do the case study. So before watching this case study, watch the polynomial video, like study the chapter properly and then come back here. If you like my channel, subscribe, like and share.